Okay, so unfortunately this week we're not getting like a real, like one of my top quality videos because I have a brilliant idea because I just finished an intimate detail by Cora Harrington. That's so hard for me to say. She is the lingerie addict, or she was the lingerie addict. I know she's since retired, but she had a lingerie blog. And so I got this book. After I read Adito Von T's book, I got super into, as you can tell, I've already kind of always been into lingerie and nightwear and just particular clothes meant to be loungewear, I guess. I have this brilliant idea that I want to start a series on here of me trying to build the perfect lingerie wardrobe. And listen, I have some thoughts because I think this is going to be a lot of fun. Like I already have a couple of video ideas down, like me finding the perfect bra and, things I have learned from this book. I did work in the intimates department at Macy's, but obviously big retailer lingerie expertise isn't as specialized or isn't typically as specialized as if you work at like a lingerie boutique explicitly. But I have learned some things from this book and I'm very intrigued to learn more. And so I have like ideas for like me finding the perfect bra and like the perfect panties and nightwear, like, pajamas and stuff like that, and hosiery and corsets and whatnot. Like I have all of these ideas for these videos. I have one big problem though. I'm not quite sure how to do this without getting demonetized. And I don't want to go to a different platform. Don't get me wrong. I want to stay here. Do I call them underpinnings? I'm really unsure how I can show off these pieces and do this series in a way that does not come off as sleazy. And listen, I'm an ex-adult worker, so it's not like I personally have a problem with showing my body or anything. It's nothing about that. It just 100% is, I don't want this to become a video where people come to creep, and I know creeps will be creep. I'm very well aware of that, but I don't want this to become so sleazy. It's just a male dominated series. The men are going to be here because the men are going to men regardless, even if you tell them you don't want them to. It's just kind of what they do. Male privilege, right? But like, I want it to feel safe and inclusive for non-men. That's always been my thing, is safe spaces, creating environments that feel like they're safe for everybody to feel inspired and feel like they can go out and do things on their own. And it's really hard to do that if you feel like there's like a male presence hovering around you. And I just don't know. And also I'm trying to get this channel monetized, and then I don't want to lose monetization once I get it. So I'm just trying to figure out exactly how to do this series. So while I brainstorm that, I will still be creating content. It's just this week I literally once this idea came into my brain, because I'm one of those people that once something goes, I whip out my journal and I start writing things down and I start mapping things out and I start figuring things out. And sometimes I forget that there's like an actual task at hand that I need to complete. The task at hand, getting the video out for today, that was not going to happen. It's just not going to happen because I'm so intrigued by this idea. I think the first video I really want to do is like a lingerie wish list, because she does have some like wardrobe guides in there, some ideas for like if you're just trying to create a basic wardrobe or if you're trying to do something for like bridal or whatever. I want to create like the ultimate. I work from home. I'm always home. So I have a lot of beautiful clothes, but I actually don't wear a lot of my clothes in my house. I'm usually wearing something that's a little bit more comfortable, usually all black. That's just kind of my go-to color. And so I do love the idea of having maybe not a normal size, but a bit of an expansive size lingerie wardrobe. But I'm also trying to figure out, how do I make this educational for y'all? Because I know I'm interested in this stuff, which means, if I am interested, somebody else is interested. If I love it, somebody else loves it. I don't believe we are original sometimes in how we get to places, but we're not really original all the time in our loves and likes and all of that. So if you have any ideas, actually, please leave them down below. I will be thinking on this, ruminating on this. If you have any ideas for videos that you'd like to see too, like I said, I will be giving like information about like sister sizing with bras and like panties and like, because I realize I like a really, really low cut panty. I know it's high-waisted is very, very popular among especially millennial women and millennial people, and people that love vintage honestly love a high-waisted. I love a low. I love something really, really low. Honestly, really low with a little bit of bush poking out. That's like that just does it for me. Like sexy, but also just like, I don't know, it's comfortable for me. It's comfortable to have something low rise. High rise doesn't, but also I have a very short torso, even though I'm very tall. So even those specialty things I think will be very, very fun to kind of show people what works, what works on a short torso. Even though you might be 5'2" and I'm 5'10", we might be able to wear a lot of the same kind of pieces because my torso is so short. Maybe not the same kind of bottoms, maybe not the same length in bottom, but maybe the upper half. So let me know if you have any video ideas down below, or if you have any ideas about how possibly I can do this without, I'm gonna have to, if you have any, what are they called, bloggers or YouTubers that you follow that aren't on Tumblr, because I know Tumblr is the Wild West. You can do whatever you want on there. This needs to be something that I could do on a platform that does have censorship, like TikTok and Instagram, because I want people to be able to be exposed to it. So I just need to figure out how I'm gonna do this without getting in trouble, maybe there is an educational loophole. I don't know, but I guess there should be a video on Thursday though. So until Thursday, bye.